They run with a fourth-year man. This is Damian Harris. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. So this, the 90th season of Washington football. Of course, here, the first season and first ever regular season game for the Washington Commanders. That name unveiled in a grand reveal back on February 2nd. The franchise opting to keep the burgundy and gold color scheme, adding the striking W logo on each side of the helmet and a single gold stripe running from front to back. A first carry for the Canadian-born Chuba Hubbard. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. Back deep is Tavon Austin. This is taken at the 15. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now a first throw of the afternoon, and the connection is there. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 22 more yards there and another 1st down.
Well, partner, that's the start that you're on right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Yeah, 1 for 1, a lot more to go. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
21.
Garoppolo. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Howard. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a 1st here on 3rd down. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, for the offense, it looked like that drive had the makings of something good. They were starting to hit a groove, but the defense clearly had other ideas, not only to force the turnover, but to handle the scoring themselves.
Yeah, no panic in their eyes, was their partner? Think about it this way. A Hall of Fame coach once told me the best characteristic he liked out of his teams was that they didn't flinch. This group, they got pushed back in an early series, kept their composure, and made a big play that swung the momentum their way.
Tavon Austin now from the end zone. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Here we go. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Washington. Now, you're not going to hear Jimmy Garoppolo mentioned among the strongest arms in the league, but that doesn't mean he can't beat you with a long one. Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Harris. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They just do get the play off. Now Cousins. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got hold on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Cousins now. And that is incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. To throw again on second down. Garoppolo. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit if they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
And he's got room. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. But Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Cousins now to throw on first down. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Amon-Ra St. Brown from 13 yards out. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 14-7. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Garoppolo. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. But Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want it to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago and threw the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes
down the numbers. There he goes. He's at the 30, 10, touchdown, Washington. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out-leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now here's another carry for Harris. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
From just shy of midfield, Cousins. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. In Washington territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 32-yard line. Harris running straight ahead. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw, Cousins. On the slant, he'll get it to Jones. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And they'll send the slot in motion left. They'll try and run for this with Hubbard. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Cousins on first down. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Harris. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Harris going to get it again on second down. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Throwing his Cousins. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Jake Ferguson, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. And the Jaguars have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Here we go.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. That'll be caught. It's the tight end, Howard. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Here we go.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Garoppolo again. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Here we go.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. The 30. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick 6.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick 6.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over and put together a nice drive.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Play action, Garoppolo. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
11, 11.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Garoppolo. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Myles Garrett drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. To throw is Cousins. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Cousins. Trying to lay one up deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. Nick Needham picks it off. And the Commanders are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Here we go.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Here we go, here we go.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. On play action, now Garoppolo. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Here we go, here we go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final play of the half, Cousins. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
We always talk about receivers. If the ball hits your hand, you're supposed to haul it in, but it is hard to adjust to a pass thrown a little bit behind you.
That one was all the momentum going forward. Couldn't contort his body back to grab it. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Well, they'll try and sneak this. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here we go.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive. But maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field, but his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else. Ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Garoppolo looks to throw. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a first down, Washington, on a pickup of 18.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 32-yard line.
Here we go.
On 2nd and 12, Garoppolo. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Jonathan Allen able to use that strength to get him for a loss of 2. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Now Sam Sloman is on the right hash. Officially, this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Hey, flipper.
Play action now. Cousins. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
Fast, slow, it doesn't matter. If you give a quarterback enough room to escape, he can hit you for a big gain. You've got to give him a little more focus moving forward.
Fourth down, Cousins. And this will be caught at the 30. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. They'll try and run with Harris into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here, could really spell an end to their chances, so they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
On the ground with a tight end. And he is going to lose yardage here. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Third and goal for Cousins. Out to his left. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Boy, such a good drive. You'd hate to have it end in 3. You think about going for it?
Absolutely. I mean, the fact that they've moved the ball so well should lead you to the decision that maybe we should go for it right here. Also, as a head coach, show some confidence in your team. Let them know you think they can go get it.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So this drive maybe didn't end with the same kind of success they had in the first half, but they do add 3 to their lead.
And defensively, I think they went in there at halftime and made a pact with each other and said, look, we can't let these guys keep driving it right down our throats. Not perfect giving up 3, but a much better start than the way they played in the first half.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Washington takes over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here we go.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position, and even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
After the sack on first down, Garoppolo. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a first down.
Short yardage situation, you have to wonder if they thought that they were just going to run it inside. But you have to be cognizant of the back slipping out of the backfield trying to find some open space. And that's exactly what he does to the tune of a first down.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. That'll give them 8 that time, and that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
Here we go. 12.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the Jaguars are going to take over here up near the 40. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player, you have to know the situation.
Like that.
Again, it's Harris on second down.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
56 yards on the ground for him so far.
So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in four-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Commanders take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Here we go.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On play action, it's Garoppolo. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter.
Well, someone is certainly having a big game, and while that sack doesn't quite have the splash of his pick six from earlier, you know he's thrilled to be making big plays during a great individual effort today.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on third and long?
Here we go. Well, fellas, here we go.
They'll set up to throw.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. But we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Now Garoppolo, gotta have this one. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Little choice, Charles, but to go for it right there, and that pick six will be the icing on the cake.
Yeah, you don't know how many more possessions you're going to get, so really you're almost at the point of no options. Have to go for it. Bottom line, though, is defenders know that as well. They know you've got to throw the football. Had the right defense called, able to make a nice play on the ball, and that's all she wrote.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. To throw is Garoppolo. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline. because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Big gains in succession. Last one was over 20. This one over 30. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Commanders get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Fields it right around the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the fourth quarter. On first down, they'll start out with Hubbard. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Cousins here to throw. That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 29 yards. First down. Offensively, another big chunk of yardage, Charles, but defensively, they had all this talk about trying to limit explosive plays. They have not been able to do that.
They discussed it all week, but they haven't been able to execute it at all, haven't been able to find a way to slow down this offense. They're seeking answers and not coming up with any.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Cousins looking in zone for Jones. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Zay Jones, 49 yards. And the Jaguars are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Elliott good with a PAT, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the Jags are going to get the football here at their own 23. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense. But they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The CD always a little extra excitement for